Hello and welcome to Travel Beans. I am Emma and this is Alex.
We are digital nomads traveling the world, trying to spread the message of earn less and live more.
Do it guys.
We are here in Krakow, and for those that are new to the channel, we are online English teachers earning less than minimum wage in our own country.
Although we earn less than minimum wage at home, we are still able to travel the world by making certain sacrifices, like not having a mortgage, not being tied down to any
Having no bambinos.
Having no bambinos does help.
We have been working all day today, but yesterday we made a video of Krakow by the day.
And today we thought we would, as we've been working all day, be able to make a video Krakow by night. And as we all know, Europe comes alive at night, so let's go see what Krakow has to offer. Busy here in Krakow. There are still small spaces that tucked away in the corners that you can go off and find a little area of your own that's nice and quiet, which is lovely. Although Alex and I have been wandering around here for a bloody long time and I can barely feel my nose and my fingers, so I think we should go and find somewhere to have a drink.
We have been in Asia for 2 years, so we say it's busy here, but it's not Asia busy. Like, even when all the tourists are around, like, it's lovely.
Oh look, you can hear the clip-clopping of horses.
There is a lot of horses, a lot of them.
I know I've been in Asia for too long when I'm looking through the window of a church and I see like gold in there, and I'm assuming there's a giant Buddha in there, but no, there's a Jesus. I am so happy right now. Why? Because I'm vegetarian and I was really worried that Poland would be difficult for me, but it's really easy. There's a tram. Hold on. As I was saying, it's really easy to be vegetarian here. The dumplings, obviously, there's so many veggie options, but there's even a vegan kebab shop with actual like vegan kebab meat and everything. I've never had an actual meat kebab before in my life, so I have nothing to compare it to. But it looks delicious and it's massive and it's only 16. So this is the vegan kebab meat. They even have it on like a rotating kebab skewer at the front, like an actual kebab shop. It's really good. That's amazing. Alex, I think you won't be able to tell the difference.
I'm sure I will. So while this one is stuffing her face, we are going to go and find me some food. But something that we've seen which is very unusual, a place that is a cafe, pub and laundry. Now that is genius because no one likes doing their laundry. Everyone loves a pub or a cafe. Combine them together and
make your chores a lot more fun.
The Polish know what they're doing. So we have been walking away from the centre for quite a while now, just to be able to find some actual local, well at least more local spots, because when you're in the centre it's guaranteed it's going to be Touristville, guys. But we just come up to this local little pub, which looks amazing. There is some Polish food that I've never ever heard of. I only know about the dumplings, but they have these potato pancakes with a beef goulash on top. These are foods that I didn't know you could combine together, but the Polish have done it. I saw this and I had to come in here, we had to stop.
So we're in this cozy little pub on a nice quiet street, and I've seen something on the menu which I haven't had for a really long time because we've been in Asia in the hot weather and that is not the place for it, and that is mulled wine. There is nothing nicer than being in a cold place but then going into some cozy little space and having a nice hot mulled wine. I feel all Christmassy inside.
For our Asian subscribers or anyone that doesn't know what mulled wine is, this is basically just really hot wine with a load of spices and stuff inside.
A bit of mulling has happened to the wine. It's been cooked with some spices and some sugar and maybe some other things, who knows. I can definitely smell some kind of cinnamon in this.
I have just got the most interesting food that I have seen in my travels for a very, very long time. This is a potato pancake stuffed with goulash, topped with cheese and sour cream. That's right, guys. All of those words just came out of my mouth and they're about to go in. What is this?
Is it really good?
In all my travels, like, I can comprehend what I'm about to eat. I can't comprehend what I just put in my mouth. It is very, very good. It's delicious.
You love a good rosti as well, don't you?
But it's just food that I never knew combined.
Look at all the salad stuff you get with it as well. I'm definitely going to have to steal some of that.
Guys, this is why I cannot become vegetarian. Love a bit of goulash. What a word, goulash. That meal just then is the reason I travel. That is the best meal I've had in a very, very long time. I'm trying to rack my brain when I had a better meal than that. It is blowing my mind how good it is. Having been traveling for over about 7 years now, it is quite hard to surprise me and wow me and punch me in the gut with an amazing surprise. And just then, there's only a few meals in my mind that even compared to how good that was. And one of the reasons is it just suited the British taste so well. If that was in England, it would sell off the charts, and it is the most underrated, guaranteed, that is the most underrated meal I've ever had. I've never heard of it. I can't believe I've never heard of it.
And you were talking to a Polish student the other day and you asked them to recommend food and they didn't even mention that one.
No one, I've spoken to a few Polish people what to have. No one has mentioned this apart from the dumplings and some pork. This, hands down, I will come back to Poland for this meal, no question. I will eat that again. I implore anyone watching that hasn't been to Poland to come and eat that meal. It is that good, guys. For those of you who are wondering, it cost about £5 for that meal. With the wine as well, it was £9 total. So an amazing price for an amazing meal. Now we are going to make our way to a pinball museum. That's right, there's a pinball museum. And not only that, they serve beer there.
One thing I've noticed is, well, Alex and I aren't huge drinkers, but just walking along the street to the pinball museum, there are shitloads, that is a technical term, shitloads of amazing and awesome looking little pubs and bars and restaurants and cafes, and it is bustling in there.
So for any of our alcoholic subscribers, come to Poland, you are going to have a blast.
We are at the Krakow Pinball Museum, which is, I don't know if it's a museum or a bar, we'll find out in a minute. We were recommended this place by Trevor and Anna, the delightful, delightful travellers. And so, hi guys, and thank you for your recommendation. We're gonna go have a drink on your behalf. Let's go, I'm freezing.
We would love to tell you that we went in there and had an amazing time.
Amazing time.
But something that we do a lot on our travels is we go into a place, we look at the prices, and they are just too expensive for what they are.
Yeah, so we were planning on going here for like, 20 minutes, having a quick pint and leaving. But you have to pay the equivalent of, what is it, £10 each?
It's about £10, maybe like $11, $12.
Just to go in, because all the games are free, which is great. And if you're going to go and spend a few hours in there, then it's great value for money.
I mean, I'm not the biggest pinball fan. Like, who's the biggest fan?
Tonight is not our night for pinball because we are not planning on getting our money's worth tonight. However, we do have a couple more nights here, so it is possible we'll come back.
No, it's definitely not possible we're going to go. You want to go and spend that much?
If we can spend a whole evening playing and getting drunk, that sounds really great.
Like, she's lying to you guys. Like, I've been with her for 7 years and I know her. We are not, look at this face. There is no way we're going to go and pay that much money to play pinball. Earn less, live more. And we are not living more by playing pinball for £20.
We do have
without a drink.
At home. We have a Switch and a bottle of wine back at the flat.
So without a drink, so it's going to be, I mean, we want to have a lot of drinks. We asked, can we have a drink in here and just look at the machines? But he said, we're not really a bar or a pub, so we can't do that.
Museum.
Fair enough, no problem with that, mate. We even had a little chat, like, do we cancel this segment out of the video? But we kind of want to be honest, and we do this all the time. And if many of you travel, surely you do this. You walk into somewhere, you plan to do it, you see the price, and you can't justify it up here.
Maybe not so much for holiday people, but if you're on a longer trip and you've got a budget to stick to, you can't go splashing cash like that every 5 minutes.
I'm now afraid that our slogan of earn less, live more should actually be earn less, live less, guys, because we're not going to do it. So we are going to go back. We have some vodka back at ours with our name on it.
We will see you guys back at the apartment. Always the same. Why? Why? It's so unnecessary. We are now back at our apartment. And as mentioned previously, we have our vodka and apple juice, which isn't usually a combination we would have back home, but we have been recommended this by various people.
Various people that have been here on Instagram. So if you aren't following us on Instagram, search us. Travel_beans. That's where we live. So to a great evening in Krakow. We're bloody loving it here so far.
We are. And in conclusion, if you have money to go to the pinball machine, a museum, go and do that because it looks amazing. Also, there is a variety, a large variety of places to consume alcohol in Krakow. So if you're that way inclined, then go and do that.
The best food ever. Ever.
He's been banging on about that food the whole walk home.
Also, amazing city to walk around.
Yes, that is very true. It is a very walkable city. It is not that big, but big enough that you're not going to get bored easily. There's lots of little nooks and crannies to go and explore. Also,
it is very reasonably priced, unless it's a pinball museum. I could have my amazing meal twice for the price of the pinball museum, and that is not cool in my book. I'm still salty about that. If you liked the video, come on guys, shove one of these thumbs right on our channel.
And then please leave us a comment. Maybe give us some tips of what we can do on a slightly tighter budget in Krakow.
And subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe. Or if you're not new but you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed.
And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We are regularly posting content on those.
Okay, that's it. Time to say goodbye, guys. Beans out! Ah!